diving class?
No. You just buy it if you're a Marine.
Oh, okay.
It would be weird to wear it if you weren't a Marine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Unless you was like, somebody's wife.
That's almost like purchasing. It's like purchasing a championship ring, even though.
Right. You never. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
You can't wear the championship ring of like your favorite team. People like buying for like collectors. Is that corny?
If you wear it, that's weird.
Yeah, I mean, buying it for collectors is for display.
So I
different.
can't put it on. That's weird.
That's weird.
Why is that weird?
I don't know. Like you wear it to take a picture with, like, yo, look what I got.
Why not? I'm a fan.
That's cool. Be a fan.
I would never perpetrate and put on any military shit. I feel like you would get your ass beat.
Then why would you do that with a championship team?
That's different.
How?
A Marine compared to like a championship ring from the NBA or whatever, my favorite team.
They went through all the practices and 2-a-days and all that stuff.
They're not Marines.
I understand. I get it. But
let me clear that up for the people out there. Hey, you know where I'm starting off at? Sweet Meat, birthday suit. Sweet Meat was out there with the reverse lunge, basketball oblique twist on the outside.
They don't know what you're talking about.
How many years ago was that?
They don't know what you're talking about.
Hey, all right, look. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, before we do the introduction, scroll on Pete's Instagram, scroll all the way to the bottom, and you're going to run into a butt-ass naked Pete. Pete's so nervous about the thing. I was like, hey, remind me to post for that. No, what we need to remind you for, bro. I was like, for Buzzsprout, we need to remind me. Oh, I thought you was talking about the picture. Pete, ain't nobody think about you naked but you. Pete, and you reposted it on your own story, though.
Got me all paranoid.
Yeah. What was that photo for?
Just like a body shoot.
Yeah?
Yeah.
For like ESPN?
Yeah.
Oh. Reach regional ESPN, Dallas ESPN. Fucking Pete out here. Hey, that's a dope picture. I would do some shit like that, when you get in shape, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man.
Right.
Appreciate
you.
Don't be ashamed of that,
Yeah,
man.
It's old. It's at the very bottom of the Instagram.
Let them know Sweet Meat out here.
I think it's like what, the third from the bottom row?
Third from the so scroll.
Like
how many pictures you got on there? Like over 1,000?
Pictures?
Yeah.
No, I have like less than 60.
Less than, for real?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's a quick swipe to go see you, one long stroke and you down in that.
That's what she said.
Yeah. All right, baby, here we go. Welcome back. It's time to speak the fuck up. You hear what you got, Joe, Pete, and my man Griff. All right, here we go. This is how we gonna start it off today. Pete, you got your word of the day ready? Griff, you got your word of the day ready?
Yes, the exclusive ad hoc of the day. Last week it was dearth. We got a shout out to Anita for calling that out. I was the only person to use the word properly. So shout out to Anita. You get to ask one of the gentlemen here a good little question.
I bet that you would ask Pete a question. No. They say you're gonna ask me a question, but I'm betting that you ask Pete a question.
No, Anita knows me. She's gonna ask you.
It might be on you, Joe.
I wonder what she's gonna ask me.
This should be fun.
Let's get to the word. What's the word?
All right, so the word for the day, the exclusive ad hoc of the day is swivet. 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 All right, a state of nervous excitement, haste, or anxiety. Flutter.
I felt swivet when Joe said to remind him of the post on the podcast later.
I was in the swivet all fucking week.
Ooh, why?
Like running around. Just I got so much shit going on. I was in a swivet.
There you go.
I was swivet for my birthday yesterday.
You was probably swivet on the way over here.
Yeah, I was.
Swivet, ladies and gentlemen. SWIVET. A state of panic or fluster, like he said. Ladies and gentlemen, now it's time to check in with the fellas. Pete, how you doing this week? Give us an update. COVID vaccine, you got it?
A week ago, right?
Yeah.
Remember? Okay, so I was saying the day after, I felt like it was a soreness to the injection site, like a workout sore. And then I posted on my story, if you don't know what a workout sore feels like, perhaps you come work out with your coaches. But then the third day, like 48 hours after, I felt fatigued. I mean, I'll be honest, I'll be real. I felt fatigued, I was tired. I was explaining to the gentleman, it felt like I was, when you feel like you're about to get sick, that little, like the chills that you come and get, like, or the tingling in the back of your neck, like as if a fever is about to come on. But it wasn't like that all day. It was like intermittent. Like it would come, it would go, it would come, and it would go. It'd be a feeling as if my body was trying to fight from getting sick.
Yeah.
Which would make sense though, because
say
they injected a pathogen into you, or a foreign pathogen into me, and so my body's gonna try and figure out what it is and fight it off. You know, typically, I mean, that's how it is with the flu too. Because some people are like, oh man, I get sick when I get the flu shot. Well, you know, it's pretty much your body fighting off the pathogen that was injected, and you're hopefully not getting the full exposure of like the entirety of being completely sick, you know. But after that, 72 hours later, I felt normal. I felt fine. Fortunate enough. So that's my take. I know Val says she had a couple headaches, but she doesn't typically take, you know, pain meds or anything, or Tylenol, aspirin, but she did that one day. But she said she couldn't tell if the headache was from the vaccine or because she was on her lady cycle, you know, and she was tired, so whatnot. But she's fine now too, and whatnot. So yeah.
Second round coming up in January?
January 5th.
That's when I'm really gonna make the observation.
Yeah, because I heard the second round just through the grapevine, and I'll post the article that my aunt wrote as well, the one that we had mentioned about her being the rheumatologist. For those that follow us, I'll probably post a link to her article that she wrote. The second round is supposed to be a little rougher. So I'm a little swivet about that.
Look at that.
Yummy.
You just made my heart go into a swivet. Look at that. You're not sure about vaccines and shit. Well, how are you feeling about it? Are you still on the fence? You still good?
I'm still on the fence. But, you know, hearing what Pete's saying, what Val's saying, a few other people I know that have taken, you know, the first
Pfizer one
shot, the Pfizer one.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm leaning more towards maybe.
Right.
Maybe. Right. But I'm still not like, I'm going to go get that damn shot as soon as we can. You know
but see, I was explaining to Griff the other day, was it Sunday night?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I know the talks of like, oh man, they came up with this vaccine like within 8 months, 9 months, or in less than a year. Yeah, for the usage on COVID, but the actual type of vaccination, or the research done on this has been done for multiple years. Yeah. Actually, I think close to 30, if not 30 or more. They just didn't have the correct virus that matched perfectly with this type of vaccination in order for them to use it or utilize it.
That sounds crazy to me too. They're coming up with vaccines for something that don't exist, or they didn't know existed yet.
Yeah, it's like genetic makeup.
Staying ahead of the curve.
Right. Yeah. But that's the thing about science, though, in medicine. You know, they do research, they have hypotheses, and then they test their theories and whatnot, and then they'll find something. I mean, like, look at penicillin. Penicillin was found by accident.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
I'm allergic to penicillin, by the way, guys. So if something ever happens, like
it's good to know.
I'm definitely allergic to penicillin.
You don't have a bracelet?
Should I be telling like people that on the internet? And they'd be like, "Oh, yeah, go get his ass."
What kind of enemies you got?
Yeah.
You never know, somebody crazy just
Kinda
like,
haters you
go rub some penicillin on his face.
Do a drive-by,
God
inject
damn.
penicillin into him.
Yeah, like yeah. So penicillin is a bad thing, but yeah, like you said, modern science, keeping up with it.
I mean, it's like just like Viagra. Viagra wasn't necessarily created for the usage that is used now. Yeah. It was a heart medicine.
Y'all ever took one of those? Nah, come on. Nah, fuck it. Yeah. You taking one before?
I tried one.
You tried one?
It was weird.
Time
Fucking long ass time too.
Yeah.
Ride that wave.
Go for hours.
Oh, for hours. Hey, speaking of hours, you know it's not gonna go for hours. That little $600 that the fucking government pedal out
Yeah,
to
what the hell is
everybody.
that?
It's a car payment or
Not even
a third of somebody's rent.
Yeah.
It's a joke, man.
I mean, but on top of that bill, what they gave money to businesses.
Yeah.
They extended. They
Other
added,
countries?
What we owe money to other countries.
That's true.
What am I saying we for? Why? I don't owe any money to any countries. Like, no, I shop local. Like, what the fuck? I don't owe any money to anyone over there. What was it? They extended unemployment benefits with it as well, and they added some money to unemployment. So it's not necessarily like a bad thing, right? Like this is cool. Is $600 a slap in the face for 8 months?
The problem is now we go back further into debt to countries that we owe, right? Because we borrow money for shit like that.
But what they gonna do?
What you mean?
What they gonna do?
Who?
What are those countries gonna do? How they gonna come collect? How they gonna Debo us? R.I.P. Rest in peace, Debo.
You're right.
You're right.
Hey, where's my money? What else what could they do?
I don't know. What, you go to war over that?
People
get shot for less. Let me rethink that. So yeah, you owe me trillions of dollars. I'm probably gonna send a rocket your way.
But we've owed these countries
for
years.
Yeah.
What keeps them at bay? Why don't they like come collect? How like like when student loans be calling your phone like, hey,
Yeah.
how come they don't like hey, like
Well,
we here to
we
collect
don't know what happens
behind the
in the
scenes.
White
That's
House
true.
behind the scenes, right?
That's true.
So also too, you got trade agreements and all kind of other stuff going on. So it's like they're collecting.
There's something.
Yeah,
There's something going on.
they're pawning this off one by one.
Probably.
I hope I get drafted by a good country.
God, no.
Fuck, I don't want to go to some shithole.
Welcome to Somalia. God damn it.
Fuck.
No, shout out to my Somalian friend.
Yes.
No, hey, speaking of Somalia, I had when I was a nursing student, I had a Somalian warrior. This is when I was doing my rotation at JPS, and it was a prison ward. It was a prison floor. So like inmates that would be injured or sick that needs hospitalization, they'd come, and there'd be like securities and police officers throughout the entire floor. Well, this guy was a Somalian warrior, apparently, from the report that I got. And he stabbed his mailman 13 times.
Oh.
Because he was racist.
Oh.
He didn't like his white mailman.
Oh.
So, yeah, this dude looked at me, and I came in, and he didn't want his nurse that day because she was white. And he looked at me, he goes, you my nurse. And I'm like, I'm just a student.
Were you his nurse, though?
No.
No, they didn't give in?
No.
They stayed with the white nurse?
I mean, either way, he was cuffed and chained and everything, so.
Shit, give a fuck.
That's crazy, man.
That's fucked.
Have you ever ran into anything like that where like you're helping somebody and they're like, I don't want him?
Yeah.
Did they tell you why off the basis of what? Why?
Yeah, a lot of females don't feel comfortable with male nurses.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So they'll be like, hey, can we get a female nurse? And so we'll go and ask if the assignment can be changed, and we'll tell them that, hey, the patient doesn't feel comfortable with a male nurse. And sometimes they'll be able to accommodate, and sometimes they can't because they're shorthanded,
Yeah.
Damn.
What y'all gonna do with y'all $600? I was thinking about what J's I was gonna get.
That's like the typical black answer. I was gonna say something else.
To buy something nice for yourself?
J's.
Why not? Why can't I get any Jordans?
What happened to I shop local, Joe?
That is local. Foot Locker in Parks Mall in Arlington.
Man.
You can go to. I can go to Center. I can go to Center. That's local. That's here in Dallas. Y'all aren't buying J's with y'all $600. What are y'all doing with that? I'm just taking a poll.
I got bills.
You gonna throw those 600 to those bills?
Hell yeah.
Really? That's
It's
honestly
gonna go
what I'm
towards
gonna
Valerie's diamond ring.
Are you like in the process of paying for that?
Yeah, monthly.
I did
automatic draft.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I did that shit too when I first got married. I was paying like $242 a month. I was proud. I was cutting grass. I was painting houses. And it was a little cheap ass ring. I felt like a big man buying that ring. I was doing whatever I could to pay for that ring every single fucking month. And where's that bitch now?
Oh,
a pawn shop.
it hurts. It hurts. It hurts.
Does it? Does it still hurt? I don't think it hurts anymore.
It don't hurt me.
There's a point. Yeah, there's a point where I feel like you move past that hurt. You're like, all right, that happened. But there's still the remnants of what happened. You think about that shit, but it just it doesn't hurt.
I was lucky though. My ex was like, she just like, I don't want no expensive, fancy, whatever. So I was like, cool. I think we got like a $300 ring, $400, $500 ring like that, something like that. So that was easy. I don't know if she still got that ring. I wonder.
If she's listening, you should ask her.
You got that ring? If you're listening, do you have that ring? Just let me know.
If she's not listening, someone's listening that knows her is gonna hey, you should listen to the episode.
Griff asked if you got that ring.
You got that ring, girl.
Yeah.
If she still has it. Well, first of all, buying the ring. Do you guys attach any sentimental value of your own to buying that ring? Or do you think of it as just an item that you're, of course, besides the marriage, but like,
I mean, I do believe in the symbolism of, a ring shows that you're married,
You talking about the ring or the engagement ring? Like the diamond?
Hey, there's a difference?
Yeah.
What's the difference? I thought it was one ring.
Two rings.
There's two rings.
It's about the wedding band and then the ring. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So which one's the engagement ring is the diamond.
Right.
And then the band is what you put on at the wedding, right?
After you exchange vows, right?
Okay, cool deal. I wrote my vows 10 minutes before my wedding. It was doomed. All right. Just a quick reminder about that shit. If you're writing your vows 10 minutes before you get married, it ain't gonna fucking work, pal.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like the Catholic Church, we don't write our own vows, bro. We have to read the vows that the church provides.
Because you're making commitment to not only each other, but to
God.
Yeah.
I think that's the traditional way. You
Right.
don't really, reading vows is something that kind of just.
But I think that's also why they have you write letters to each other to exchange. Is that a thing or?
I didn't exchange a letter.
I've never done that before. So my situation, my ex actually wrote vows and I didn't. So I'm standing at the altar like a jackass. She read the shit off, and I'm just like,
Oh, ditto.
All right.
What she said.
And I looked at the pastor, minister, and
So what'd you say?
I appreciate it. Love you too.
That's all you said?
What could I say?
You're a rapper. You didn't
threw me
freestyle
off.
nothing, Griff.
It threw me off.
It threw you off.
It threw me off.
You
So
had-
What threw you off? Her vow or just you having to say a
it
vow?
was a
Prepared.
surprise. It was a surprise.
Like you didn't know you
Like
had
I
to say
didn't know
vows?
we were going to be saying vows.
Oh,
we
shit.
didn't talk about that.
Oh, so you thought the person that was leading the ceremony was just gonna say, "Hey, do you so and so
Right,
take
the
so and so?"
traditional, read from the Bible, whatever they do, and
Yeah, for
do it
better
like
or for
that
worse,
because we were
and
already
sickness
married.
and
We got
all.
married in the courthouse.
Oh, that's true.
So
that's true.
We had a wedding later, and it was just like, boom. I was like, oh shit. And I was kind of standing. I started sweating and shit. Got all fucking weird. I'm like, damn. Do I come up with something? Do I just come out my ass and say something? I was just kind of like,
Was she mad?
no. I don't think she ever even mentioned it after that. Actually, I'm gonna ask you later how you felt about it. Got some
This
questions.
guy wrote his vows in 10 minutes and took 6 hours to get ready.
Well,
I didn't take. All right, Pete. I'm gonna let you get that one off, but we're not gonna forget that you was out here butt naked in the studio with a basketball.
Why you gotta bring up the
Pete,
past,
it was
man?
like you played basketball. Last time you played basketball was high school.
Why you gonna bring up the past?
Last time you played basketball was high
Actually,
school.
the last time. Okay, so I played basketball since junior high, and I played even after like high school. Well, in college you play in tournaments and intramurals, and the basketball team that I've been with, like the guys from the guys that I've known or grew up with, we've been on either the same team or played against each other since even after college. Like we've been playing for.
Were y'all still playing during that
18
picture?
plus years? Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, so it
Until I
makes
tore my
sense.
knee
Oh shit.
2 years ago.
No, it's not so much. No, I can't make. No,
Yeah,
it's not
thanks,
funny
Joe.
anymore. What do you mean? Thanks to me. Reverse lunge.
Knee was above the ground though.
It was good, pretty good form. He's even looking over the shoulder as he turns. You see the sensual look in his face. Y'all see that shit. Y'all gotta go
Nah,
see
man,
that
I'm gonna
shit.
go archive that photo.
you might as well leave it out now, man.
Are you taking
People
it
gonna
off?
look for it.
I'm gonna take it down.
Why?
I'm just kidding. If anybody's watching,
On the low, Pete wants it up there. He wants people to see that shit.
I mean, it's
Like,
been
yeah.
up there.
Yeah, that's why you
Like,
keep
you
it
might as
there.
well keep it
That's
there
why you
now,
keep
yeah.
it there. Yeah, I took a bunch of photos down recently of like just old shit that I felt was like no longer representative of who I am as a
Yeah.
person. I think I only have like 30 something photos up. I went through and deleted a bunch of shit, and there's
But
a
see,
couple more.
I need
that's
to do
the
that,
thing. Like folks that haven't been keeping up with you and they only remember you for who you used to be or how they remembered you, like back in college or even a couple years after college, or even if it's been a year ago since they've talked to you and they remembered you from who you were a year ago, you can easily say they don't know you
Right.
because a lot of it can change in a year.
I think you gotta. I was talking about this, like trimming down followers and shit like that.
Yeah.
Because we were talking about going live, and I was like, "Yo, Pete gotta go live because people will watch Pete's live more than they'll watch my live." Like you got all these friends on social media and supporters and shit, and the same thing. They don't come on your live like, okay, I don't really want to see what this person's talking about.
Yeah.
Is that support or do you feel like if you're friends with somebody on social media, like you have to support and like every single fucking thing they do?
Like you feel obligated to?
Like, are you supposed to? What's the point of us being connected? Like,
But the
am I just a
algorithm now with social media isn't
Take
gonna
the
do
algorithm
anything
out
for
of
you.
it. Fuck the algorithm. People talking about the algorithm, but show me where the algorithm is fucked at for you. Everybody just talks
I
about
don't know.
that shit.
It's crazy. I think sometimes personally, I feel like strangers would be more supportive than some of your friends.
Well, yeah, I think we touched on that a bit too. I mean,
Yeah.
but why is that? Why is it? Because your friend feels like they should
They
be
know
at
you
a point.
already. You know what I'm saying? It's like, oh, yeah, okay. But a stranger, this is their first time their interaction. They're like, oh, it's pretty cool, and they'll like it. It's a little different. And I think it's unreal to expect your friends to like any and everything you do.
Right.
Comment on everything you do. All that shit. It's just that's a lot of work.
So how do you feel about friends supporting each other's businesses?
Depends on the business.
Okay, explain.
All right, so if you sell crack, I'm definitely
I'm support my boy and go get this.
not shouting you out on the Hey, give me a shout on the podcast. Ray, you sell fucking crack. I can't talk about you selling fucking crack. So it just depends on the business. Like if it doesn't have anything that applies to me or that that pertains to me that can benefit me.
Yeah.
like every now and then, like I may buy something just to show like, hey, I support what you're doing and going from there. But as far as like a return customer, like probably not.
Yeah.
It just depends on what it is.
Yeah.
It depends on what it is. Like I get business invites all the time on Facebook from people that like I went to high school with and shit like that. And I'm just like, I don't got no fucking use for this. Like, no.
But I think a lot of people forget that there are so many different ways to show support other than just purchasing something.
I was about to say, like,
Because what happens?
People.
Yeah, I get it. If they're launching and you want to show some support, maybe buy 1 or 2 items to show support to kind of get them started, like seed money. But after that, it's unrealistic for the friend who owns the business to expect your friends to buy everything that you release, because what happens if that particular good doesn't serve them, right? And not everybody has that financial means to just be able to toss it out and be like, hey, yeah, let me go ahead and buy everything that you're offering. But on the other hand, you know, if you're the friend that's the consumer and it doesn't benefit you, there's other ways to support your friends and their businesses. Maybe share their information.
Right, that's what I'm saying, yeah.
Share what their business is about. Just because it doesn't benefit you doesn't mean it won't benefit somebody else that may know you or follow you on social media. I mean, there's so many things that you can do on social media. You know, that's just another way of a referral. You know, word of mouth. That's how it was before commercials even came out.
That's true.
Right? That reminds me of the AT&T commercial.
I was about to say, is that an AT&T commercial?
Yeah, it is an AT&T commercial.
What?
The whole word of mouth referral before commercials came out. You tell each other about a particular product. So it's no different now where you're like, because if your friends owns a business and they make a post on their business page, dude, how easy it for you to just click share on your story and it'll take literally a second.
That's true.
And again, just because it doesn't benefit you doesn't mean it may not benefit somebody else. That's just you putting word out there like, hey, here's my friend's business. This
if
may
you
be
can
something.
build a network with people like that are like within your circle where y'all share each other's stuff each time you post something that's business and you're spreading it to a different community of viewers and shit like that. That puts you light years ahead.
Right.
Actually working with somebody to get some shit done. You know,
That's group economics.
I mean, it's
That
no
is group
different than
economics.
doctors or physicians, dentists, you know, work together in a particular group. And it's like, hey, and you even see signs on it. It's like the best way to show us gratitude is to refer us. Because you're spreading their business, you know, book of business. It gets bigger.
y'all ever gotten a bad referral for something?
Yes.
I got a bad referral for a fucked up haircut. He was from Chicago. I don't know his fucking name. He was cutting over in Arlington. He's fucking trash. And I went back to the barbershop where he was at and he wasn't there. And I told the other barber, I was like, yeah, that dude's fucking garbage. He's fucking trash. You know the Beijing that they put on you where they paint your head and shit, like they like spraying your line? He painted all my shit, my fucking beard. It was like up to my cheeks. I went home and like I got in my truck actually and I wiped my forehead down. All this black shit came down. My edge up looked like fucking mountain cliffs and shit like that. So yeah, bad referral. Tell me about your bad referral.
I can't think of one.
You can't think of one?
Not right now.
Oh, fuck. What's yours?
It was a potential training client. I'm not going to say much about it.
Oh, okay. There we go. Keep it right there.
Oh, yeah. Have you ever fired any clients before? I fired a couple clients.
I haven't fired any, but I've turned some down.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I fired a couple.
Because I'm just like, I'm real big on energy. So if
Yeah.
our energy, like, I don't
Right,
want to
right.
dread
Yeah.
coming to train your ass every
good.
day, you know. So
Yeah, sometimes they are draining.
yeah, I don't
It's like, if you don't want to be here, don't be here.
be here.
It's your money. You're the one paying me.
It's like, don't deal with that.
Y'all don't just work them out harder?
No, hell no.
Take your ass home?
No. Because you can see it all over their face.
Did you do that at Equinox?
The lifetime.
Lifetime? Did they get their shit straight after that? We were like, oh, fuck.
The thing about Equinox is that if it doesn't work out with you, you can easily refer them to another trainer.
Somebody
I've done
else.
that multiple times.
Yeah, I've done that too. I was like, hey, look, because when you do like those trial, you know, like, hey, let me put you through a free trial like session to see if we even match, like personality wise or energy wise. And it's like, hey, you know what? We got done with this. I know someone that's gonna be actually perfect fit for you. And so you look out for each other as trainers too.
I can't say. Well, yeah, I can. I'm sure they don't listen. I had a client back when I lived home. They asked for like a 4 a.m. workout window, and I was like, all right, I'll do it. You got to commit to it. So I went a couple times, and then they wouldn't show up. And I'm there at the gym at 3:45, 4 in the morning. So what I started doing was I started waking up, getting on the phone, and calling. And if you ain't answer, I was like, all right, I'm going back to sleep. And then the The last time I was like, hey, yo, I'm done. And I think that's the last time I had trained somebody like one-on-one. I was like, all right, I'm
they paid
out
you?
of here. Yeah, they paid me.
Oh, they paid you up front?
Yeah.
See, that's the thing that a lot of trainers haven't learned. Get it up front.
Yeah.
Because then even if they don't show,
You already got your bread.
well, that, but then you can also give them the opportunity to reschedule if your schedule is that flexible. But at the same time, you don't have to, technically.
I had a lady hit me up like she hadn't talked to me in like 3 weeks. She paid for sessions, and I didn't hear from her for like 3 weeks. And I tried to contact her, didn't get nothing back. And then she popped back up. Oh, I was on vacation. Can I finish my sessions out? Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. No. What the fuck are you thinking? Like, I'm just sitting here waiting for you? No. That money, well, can I get a refund? Bitch, that money went to bills.
Not your J's.
No, not back then. Like, are you serious? Can you get a refund? You ain't been around in 3 weeks and you think you still got sessions left? Get the fuck out of here.
You got to make it understood too. Like, this shit applies to however long you want to put your
There's a time frame.
Time frame.
Yeah.
Right. If they go past the time frame, hey, that's your fault. Right. Don't pay for it if you're not ready. You know
like, don't be purchasing 20 sessions. Oh, this is good for the whole year.
No, don't play that game. Don't play that game.
Once I fill your slot, it's over. Oh, you had 5:30 a.m. on Monday, Wednesday, Friday? That bitch gone. Tuesday, Thursday? Oh, no, Tuesday, Thursday, sold up too. Yeah. Do I work weekends? Absolutely not. No, not for you.
Don't play that rollover sessions type shit.
I mean, that's how that should go. Why do you think in the fitness world, like New Year's resolution, why is that such a big thing? Why is fitness like, I feel like fitness is like the number one goal. People say like, I'm going to get in shape and then go on New Year's resolutions.
I wonder that too, actually. I really haven't come up with a solid, well, that makes sense kind of answer. I really don't understand why people wait till the new year to say, I'm going to get in shape. We should be doing that.
It's because they feel like they're fresh. They're starting over like at day one, month one.
Well, technically day 2 if they wait till after New Year's.
Most of the time they will because they're drunk as fuck.
Yeah, because they'll be drunk the night before.
Yeah, you think anyone's going to have resolutions for next year? I haven't heard a fucking peep about next year.
Nothing.
2020 got people shook.
Yeah.
I saw a meme that says, you think 2020 was bad, wait till it turns 21.
Oh.
It's been a while out in this bad boy.
Yeah.
What the fuck? I haven't seen a single post about anyone saying like 2021, next year's my year,
I've
shit
seen
like
some
that.
folks that have posted like new calendar books or new
Planners?
Yeah, planners.
I threw my 2020 planner away.
It's like, what the fuck? Why?
Well, I got a planner on my phone. Why am I, the feel of writing that shit
That's
down.
a good question though. I mean, why do people wait till the beginning of the year? I think for a lot, it's like, fresh start.
Yeah.
New, like a whole new calendar year. Let's start from day one.
But why?
Why do you feel like why do you feel like a lot just drop off after
2 months?
Because
I'm gonna be generous.
hard.
I'm gonna be generous. After 3 months, I feel like people drop off before.
Yeah, that was way generous because you just said somebody stuck with it for 12 weeks and just
someone
stopped.
stuck with it for a quarter, which they typically don't.
No, that's just hard.
You think it's because they're not committed, or do you think it's the goal is unrealistic, and they started to feel like it's hard, and they just dropped off because it got difficult?
That and also boredom. So, for example, and I said this to somebody before too, if you look at going to the gym as your new thing that you're going to do, you're just going to go to the gym and figure it out.
As an example.
Right?
Okay.
As an example. Go to the gym and just figure it out. I'm going to get in shape, whatever. You get bored because if you don't know what the fuck you're doing, you may end up doing the same shit. You end up hurting yourself, whatever. It's different from what I've experienced. It's different if you say, I'm going to get a trainer, right? And
a professional.
Shameless plug.
Professional. A
professional trainer to help me.
I'm still
reach
sore
that
from
goal.
Last week's session.
You're welcome. All right. But it's different with that because especially if you have a good trainer, they know how to keep you coming back. You know what I mean? So it's better for you to reach that goal, or it's more attainable if you have somebody to help you do it. Because the trainer's not just there or a good trainer, I should say, is not just there to tell you you're doing 3 sets of this many times, whatever, but to keep you motivated and help you understand why this is doing that and to, hold you accountable. You know what I mean? That's where a lot of people fall off too, is because of lack of accountability. So if you have a lack of accountability, that shit is easy to fall off because you don't got nobody saying, hey, where you at?
That's true. That's very true. Yeah.
But see, aside from you, for those that aren't working with Griff, if you have your own personal trainer, make sure your trainer isn't on the phone the entire time.
I see that shit
All the time.
head
That
down
drives me crazy.
texting.
Yeah, you doing? Go ahead. You go.
Drives me crazy. And they're like, I think you have 5 left. No, man, they've been done with their set 5 minutes ago, waiting for you to tell them what they got next. And folks, if you have a trainer that puts you through nothing but machines, get you a new trainer. I will tell you that right now.
Come on, man. What?
Nah, man. Like, just machines?
Yeah, sit your ass down.
That trainer's lazy as hell. Building a program with just machines. First of all,
Pull that pin out.
yeah, go ahead and get you a new trainer.
Slide that bitch down 10 more pounds. 20 more reps. All right, Mr. Jackson.
One,
That's your session.
my opinion. I mean, there's nothing. Okay, don't let me wheel it back real quick and correct myself.
Nah, keep that shit
all right?
going.
There's nothing wrong with machines. Sometimes it's necessary. But if your entire workout consists of machines, then you need a new trainer. So here's the thing. Trainers, stop pulling your client through nothing but machines. There's free weights. It's a lot more beneficial for them. For one, his free range of motion, his free range of motion, my free range of motion is completely from each other. A machine is stationary. That's why it's called stationary equipment.
That's why you adjust the seat, Pete. I'll put your ass in that machine. Especially if I don't like you. Oh, fucking no, we in machines all fucking day. Circuit. Yeah.
Like,
you're not fit. Yeah, fix that seat.
Again, there's nothing wrong with machines, but make sure you're utilizing everything else. Free weights, if anything.
And that's why most gyms, they put the machines in that certain order, right? So
Like
people,
circuit.
if they do come in there by themselves, they
Yeah.
don't really know what they're doing, just go to the machines. You know
Read
what I
the
mean?
instructions.
It's like you don't need a trainer to
People
just
never
read
read
the
them fucking
to go to the machine.
instructions. People come,
People
how
don't.
do I use this machine?
Yeah.
It's
Go
a
grab
big
the
fucking
trainer.
placard on that
fucking
bitch.
times, dude. You see people use this
Read
shit
that
wrong.
shit.
That's why I like working in the gym, like especially when I worked at like LA Fitness, for example.
Yeah.
Best example. Working in the gym and just looking up and randomly seeing somebody doing some fucked up shit
Yeah.
on machines, and you trying to record and you're like, yo, look at this, look at this.
Trying to be all fancy. Yeah.
motherfucker
I'm like,
right
you
here.
haven't even gotten the foundation,
Crazy
the
shit,
fundamental
bro.
foundation down. Now you over here trying to make it unstable.
Doing some wild shit, using the hamstring curl for arm curl and shit. Lay it down flat. What the
Or doing squats on the Bosu ball. You can't even do a regular squat. What you doing over there on the unstable?
shaky ground?
Your legs are shaking, not because
Oh, man.
it's hard workout. Your legs are shaking because it's
Oh, man.
unstable.
I love being a trainer, dude.
Oh,
like
shit.
that.
Y'all got any New Year's resolutions or anyone that's come to you with their New Year's resolutions?
I haven't heard anything yet from
haven't really
anybody
heard
yet.
anything.
Do you have any of y'all's own? Have y'all even started thinking about them? I feel like you normally think about New Year's resolutions like New Year's Day, and you're like, damn, what the fuck I
know
want?
what? Let me
What the
come
fuck
up
I
with
want to do
something,
next year? Y'all,
I think I came up mine a little bit earlier.
Yeah.
Maybe last month and a half ago.
Bet.
I'm always setting new goals anyway, so
Okay.
yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
not
I
big
think
on
I
New
think
Year's
I think we're
resolutions.
for like the most part with us, we're always trying to make moves.
right.
Yeah.
You excited about school?
Yeah, I really am.
That's awesome. I'm proud of you, man.
Yeah.
The 19th is when class starts. I'm really excited about that. Like, I'm anxious to get started.
You know how all these young girls in class like, ooh, who's that?
Time out.
about that
Pete.
with that
It's
beard?
online. What the fuck?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm not going to campus, and I'm not worried about no young. I'm fucking 30. I'm not worried about no young kids in
30's
class.
the new 20, man. You think
And the
that's old?
average age at I guess like at like community college is like 26 or something like that. So it's not too bad. But nah, for real, I'm very excited about that. Like I'm excited, like I said last time, to prove something to myself.
Yeah.
Like it's not for this is literally for no one but me. So I'm excited for that shit.
How do you
Excited to see
feel
how
this
shit
next
goes.
presidential or this next president and his cabinet? How do you feel? How you feel about them?
Biden and
and-
Kamala, same way I felt about Trump and Biden. Oh wait, what's his name? See, look, Trump and Pence. And the same way I felt about Barack and Biden. I don't give a fuck. Like I still, nothing has changed for me outside of I got to put a mask on every single fucking day.
Yeah.
Like I still go to work. I still pay my bills. I still hustle the way that I want to hustle. I'm still doing the
You
things.
see
that I
these
enjoy.
government officials that downplay the virus and over here first in line to get the vaccine?
Man, you think they really got the vaccine, Pete? I don't think they really got it.
I don't
for
know.
show?
Governor, I didn't get it. I didn't witness, Abbott getting his shot, but I just saw on social media like people going at him.
Why are they going at him? He's in a fucking wheelchair. I'm sure his immune system is compromised. What's the fucking problem?
No, but they're saying he didn't care. Like he done did all kinds of shit just like to Texas, and
What did he do?
I don't know.
I'm here.
Look into
What did
it.
he do? Open the shit up. Y'all want the bitch open? It's fucking open. Motherfuckers is coming from out of motherfucking states and other countries to come fucking here to Texas because ain't shit fucking closed.
Yeah, California.
So what did he do?
Texas. I don't know. I just saw on social media.
If you want the shit closed, take your ass to California or to Colorado. Take your ass to one of them blue states, and then you'll be on a fucking lockdown. But it's motherfuckers coming from blue states here because shit's fucking open. What did he do wrong? Somebody help me. Somebody fucking tell me. And I don't know a fucking thing about Governor Abbott except for, forgive me, I was shocked when I saw him in a wheelchair for the very first time in my head. Because when you think, I feel like when you associate it with a governor, like bravado, and then I seen him do that shit. I ain't laughing like that because that's rude. But I was like, God damn. Yeah. But what the fuck did he do wrong? You know, bars are still open. Yeah. He said, hey, he gave y'all a shortcut. Hey, start serving food. Y'all start serving food. Yeah, food's sucking ass. Your food is shit. It's fucking Tyson nuggets that you get from Walmart. But no, I don't understand. Pete, I've been out. I've been in these streets, man.
He texted me today. He said I was supposed to be at KDI's house today.
Yeah, I working on the laptop, but I didn't go.
I know.
Yeah, I didn't go. I hung out with my little boy the past 2 days. So yeah, we got this new video game.
Which one?
It's called Overcooked. Actually, Andrea told me about it. It's so much fun.
Hey, Overcooked. If you haven't played that game will have you swivet.
Ooh, in a
man, like you over here. So the way the game works, it's you have two separate teams, and you have menu items that you have to go and collect. You either chop it up and then cook it and then serve it. So if your order is behind, or if you're cooking, you're not paying attention, your food's on fire. Yeah, man, you start in a panic mode. Like, oh,
what platform is this on?
We got it on PS4. So but it's on on the Switch and everything like that. But yeah, your kitchen is set on fire. You start going up in levels. The rats will start coming taking your food. Yeah. It's pretty cool.
You can steal each other's food items. Like you go across, you want fuck your teammate or fuck your opponent up.
What?
Like let's say fish is on the menu, and on your side your fish already done past you. You're like, oh shit, let me go snatch his fish over there and just go grab it and serve it to you.
Now imagine me playing that with a 5-year-old. He's blaming me. You're the reason we lost. Like,
it's your fault, Dad. Like,
no, it's literally your fault, kid. You're not moving fast enough. Our kitchen caught fire. I'm like, yo, grab the fire extinguisher. He's over there, and the fire's over here. He's over here squaring that shit over here and nothing. Like, I be getting mad.
And there are different levels. There are different levels where the restaurant is like hovering in the air, like you're on an aircraft.
On a food truck.
And you can like fall off.
It's dope.
Yeah, man, it's cool.
But imagine that. Like, I'm a gamer. I'm 30. My 5-year-old. I'm getting, fuck, man. I don't want to lose this shit, kid.
Nintendo sponsor us.
Get your shit together.
Oh, shit.
Hey, speaking of, check this shit out. Pete, your birthday. You had a surprise.
Yeah.
How was it?
It was good. That's my first surprise party. That's 38 years, and that's the first surprise birthday.
Did you like it? Did you enjoy it?
It was cool.
Yeah.
It was funny because we were coming home. I was craving Chipotle, man. I asked Val, I was like, hey, babe, you want some Chipotle? And she's like, no, I'm good. Okay, that's cool. I'm like, she's like, well, just go home. I'll make you some ramen. And I'm like, thinking in my head, okay, she's tired. She worked, but Chipotle, ramen. I'm like, okay. So then we're at the light, and I'm like, babe, I was going to drop you off, and I'm going to go pick up Chipotle. I'm like, you go ahead and change up, shower. I'm going to go grab Chipotle, and I'll be right back. She goes, I guess. I'm like, all right, thinking in my head, like, damn, okay, you're tired. Cool. I'm going to let it slide, like, whatever. We get close to the house, and I know it's like the route that there's two different ways to get to the house. And I turned the route that had like all these cars parked along the side. And I'm like, man, our neighbors' kids must be home from college.
Yeah.
They're having a party or something. And Val's like, yeah, that must be it. I'm like, I didn't think anything of it because we do have a couple of houses down the street that have college kids, right, from school. And I'm like, well, maybe they're home and they're on vacation and all their friends are over or whatever, Fuck COVID, whatever, right? Anyways, we get close to the house and she's like, you know what, I'm gonna go to the restroom real quick and then I'll come out and go with you. I'm like, okay, that's cool. I'll wait in the car. She goes, no, just come inside. And I'm like, thinking in my head, the fuck you need me to go inside before you go to the bathroom for? Like, what the hell?
He had enough. I'm ready to fucking go.
Yeah. And then I was like, hey, just go inside. Just go relax. You're tired. Like, I'll go get the Chipotle. Do you want chips and salsa? And she never says no to chip and salsa from Chipotle. She goes, no, I don't want any. What the fuck is wrong? I'm thinking in my head, like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like,
apparently Peter's very, very difficult to surprise or whatever. Right?
I want to be like, why are you so mad, bro?
Everybody was all in the swivet trying to figure out where to hide and shit.
Oh,
Like, damn,
shit.
should we move our cars? What if he comes the other way? And what
Which
if
I
what if he
did.
does? And
But
he
I
did
started-
exactly what we thought he wouldn't do. Right? Everybody was like, well, what if he does? I'm like,
And I started thinking, I was like, man. So I pulled into the garage, and I'm like, just go. I'll like, go relax. And she goes, just come inside for a second. And then she looked at me, and I looked at her, and I'm like, she goes, what? And I looked at her and asked her, I'm like, why are you being so suspect right now? So we get out of the car and she goes, just come inside for a second and then we'll go. And I'm like, all right. So the moment she opened the door, I remember the first car that I saw when I turned to the street was a white Lexus. And her cousin and a good friend of mine, they both had the same white Lexus. And I'm like, I know she had the door open. I don't even know if Griff heard me or not. I was like, man, there's people in my house.
yeah. I'm like, man. You can't surprise this dude, man.
Can't catch me slipping.
Oh,
man.
shit.
But yeah, that was awesome. It was cool. It was. I appreciate, you know.
Yeah.
What y'all
I
get
guess
into?
that was
What
first
y'all get into?
birthday
Just
surprise.
chilled out.
Yeah,
sipped
chill,
a little
ate,
bit.
drank,
yeah,
you know.
Yeah.
That's
we
what's
we
up.
FaceTime this dude, he has his Douce.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Hey, I took a couple shots of the Douce for you from straight from the bottle. You know, from my boy, you know, down brown from
Big
my guy.
boy shit.
That shit hurt.
But
I ain't even gonna lie. That shit was burning my shit the fuck up.
But it's fun because we had like good conversations. I'm glad we were able to FaceTime you for a little bit, you know, and the following day, like we carried it over through midnight, you know, when my birthday came around and everybody wished me a birthday and whatnot. And it was a good feeling.
yeah.
One, the surprise, but it felt even better to know the surprise was like you caught the surprise right before the surprise happened. But you know, just goes back to our conversation of, you know, the solar return and being able to celebrate that. Because like I said, that's why I made that post on social media. I was like, look, it took me at 38 years to realize that this is not just another day, guys.
Right.
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
And this is something that we want to encourage those that are listening to us, like moving forward. You know, on your day of life, or your birthday, your solar return, or whatever you want to call it, your trip, you know, back from the sun. I actually looked into that.
Solar return?
Yeah, it was actually the
Sun's
sun.
back in your house.
Yeah, the sun lining up with the exact moment that you were born.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's cool. You can actually look it up. Like if you're gonna be somewhere away from where you were originally, you know, born, type in the location you're going to be at on your birthday.
Oh, nice.
And it'll show you when your sun will actually line up with you, which is pretty cool. So I appreciate that. But yeah, so moving forward, folks, like celebrate your day of life.
And I will say it was pretty cool though to be around people that love Peter, right? Just the and they almost got choked up just seeing it, like how
How they celebrated him?
right
Or
they
how
celebrated
the
this
endearing-
man,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
You know what I mean? And for Pete to just be so like, damn, you know, like you could tell he was like, fuck, man, these people actually love the shit out of me.
Right.
You know
That's
what I mean?
beautiful.
And you could feel that
Yeah.
energy from him. So I'm like, damn, this is dope. This shit is dope. Like it had me like fucking choked up almost. Like singing Happy Birthday. I had to hit that low bravado and shit. 'Cause I was getting choked up watching him sing Happy Birthday to him. So it was like, I appreciate it.
It's cool to be around
Yeah.
people and see the people.
But see, here's the
that know
thing.
him,
I
like,
didn't
people love him.
even notice Griff until halfway through the song, because my first initial reaction when everybody said surprise and started singing Happy Birthday, I scanned the room and I was like, damn, fuck, my house is dirty and messy as hell.
Oh, shit.
So when they were done singing, I looked at them, I was like, babe, you could have told me. I would have cleaned up the house a little
You
bit.
could tell he was like, fuck, my house is dirty.
It was messy as hell.
Peter
Let
and
me
comfy.
tie you up. Let me tie this up.
That's your spot.
I was in a swivet. Oh, shit.
Oh, there you go.
I was in a swivet trying to fucking hide. I'm like, what the fuck I'm hide at, man?
Big ass.
Hey,
big
you-
ass.
No, I can't say that because I don't want nobody to try. Pete got a nice spot, man.
It's a dope spot.
Pete got a nice spot, man. Like the first time I went over, I was like, "Whoa!" Like this, now that's a spot. Like if you,
a dope
if,
spot.
I appreciate
if you
that,
was-
guys.
If you a single dude, that's how you want your spot to be.
Yeah.
Like that shit was nice, man. But
You like that? You like that Christmas tree that stayed there for 3 years now?
Hey, it works.
Hey, I'm
It's in
telling you, man.
season.
It's not a Christmas tree. It's my house air freshener.
There you go.
It's smelling like evergreen in this bitch.
Just change out the little evergreen strip.
You smell that?
That's the scent of the forest, baby.
Yeah, it's the tree. It's imported from Washington State. P, it's from Dollar Store. It's an artificial tree. Hey man, I'm glad you had fun, man. That's beautiful. Like you said, I'm glad you got to be there, man. I took those 2 shots for you, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, he
man.
did.
I went right
But
to sleep.
it goes. So when you get a chance,
2 shots.
so when you get a chance to like, these days, especially with social media and instant gratification and looking for the likes, and doom scrolling and whatnot. It's rough that we sometimes lose sight of those that do support us, or we forget those that do celebrate us.
Right.
And we're so focused on pleasing the ones that we quote unquote feel like, hey, how do I please them, or how do I get them to like me, why they hate me, kind of thing, that you completely forget about your support system.
Right.
Man, shift that energy.
Focusing on
You know
haters.
what I'm saying?
And shit.
Yeah. And a lot of times these haters aren't hating you because of what you're doing or what you have. Man, a lot of times these haters may hate you just because of the way others love you, and they don't have that same
They
kind
don't
of
have
love.
that love. Yep.
You know? So yeah, shift that energy. Focus on those that do support you.
Go from there.
Yeah, and be true to yourself. That's one thing my dad taught me. He's like, give back to the community and be true to yourself. Because you'll end up attracting those that you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And if they believe in what you believe in, they'll be there.
All right, y'all.
If
Chris-
you ever doubt that Val don't love you, bro, just think about that shit. She had to deal with your ass. What the fuck? Why you want to do this? What the fuck?
Deal with me,
Go to Chipotle.
man. That was me dealing with her. What the hell's attitude? What's wrong with you? I told you I was dropping you off.
She was
I
trying to
could have made
surprise you, man.
you go to Chipotle with me.
That shit was funny
I
as
honestly
hell,
thought that
bro.
story was gonna go a different way. I thought she was
Man,
gonna
that
take
shit
my
was funny.
route. Like, all right, you don't want nothing, and you wasn't gonna bring nothing back. I was like, yeah, baby, Pito, baby. Fuck that, bringing that burrito and fucking the chips and quesadilla back. Hell, you said you want shit.
I remember reading a passage. I remember reading a passage from F. Scott Fitzgerald, something about love or noticing her confidence and whatnot. But the thing that I remember at the very, very, very end of that passage, it was like, I fell in love with her, and that was the beginning of everything. And I was like, yeah, beginning of a fucking headache.
Yeah.
The fucking end. You know, nothing tests the relate. Did I say this last time? Nothing tests the relationship like when you hungry as fuck. Both of y'all are hungry and y'all get mad at each other.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is fucking worth it. And you just hungry a little bit. And I'm telling you, food, man, that shit's wild.
Val tweeted something or retweeted something the other day. Or yesterday. It was hilarious. It was someone that tweeted. It said, "My girlfriend and I agreed to never go to bed angry. We've been awake since Friday." So she retweeted that, and then I retweeted and said, "Hell nah, Val don't give a fuck. She'll go to sleep. She'll go to sleep perfectly fine. Wake up the next day even more petty because she had a full night's rest. Like you want to play with me?
See, you know why I can go to sleep, man, because I can wake up the next morning and wipe it away and be like, hey, good morning.
Yeah, that's because Joe said you got till 9:30.
You got a time limit on that shit.
Yeah,
It's up now. It's like at 10:40 now. I've been going to sleep fucking late. I've been struggling. Last night, she was working on something. She's like, you can come out here with me. I looked at the clock. That bitch said 10:40. I said, ooh. I went right to bed. Fuck that. It's late as shit. I know how my body is. I know how I'm a fucking function. And it's a long fucking week. It's Christmas week. Y'all got any Christmas plans? Like family shit's all fucked up out here. You can't really go places to see people. Well, you can, but you're not supposed to. Right. Well, I don't even want to say you're not supposed to, you know. People are iffy about being around other people and shit like that. How's that affected y'all's Christmas plans?
I work.
On Christmas Day?
Bro, I work tomorrow night, Christmas Eve night, and Christmas night.
That's crazy, man.
So I'm gonna miss out on all the gift openings with family. And
so what do y'all do? They open gifts without you? They don't wait till like
no,
the 26th?
that's fine. I told them I'll step aside if I'm patient and stable enough. And I hope my management doesn't listen to me. I'm gonna step aside. I'm gonna take a little quick break and then FaceTime them.
All right, we're gonna beep all that shit out until you say quick break.
I don't think anybody listens to me.
Well, we gonna be safe. We gonna be careful. I wanna bleep out when I said bitch earlier because I want and beep that one out too, bitch. Bitch again. Griff, you got any Christmas plans?
Oh, man.
He gonna be working.
I really don't, man. Just my kids opening up gifts, stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Are they splitting? Are you splitting like she's doing like half the day with you and half the day with her mom? That's what I gotta do.
Yeah, that's kind of what we do.
Actually, I'm supposed to have my son like Christmas Eve to open gifts. So Christmas Eve, I'll have him for gifts. He'll stay the night. Then he'll go to his mom for Christmas Day, and then we all got to get together for his birthday the day after. So like this is like a super busy next 3-4 days but it's all about him.
I'm about to say it's all for him. Yeah.
It's all for him. Like when I grew up, I didn't believe in Santa. I stopped believing in Santa real early because I saw my grandpa walking through my grandma's door with like gifts. And I was like, well, fuck. I don't know where the logic came from, but I was like, well, he got the gifts. Like, ain't no Santa. But like I play on that shit with my kid because I want him to stay a kid as long as possible. Like, enjoy your imagination. Enjoy being happy. Like, enjoy, believe in Santa. Yeah, believe in all that. Like, do all that. Be a kid. Now, so I have to. I'm aware. It's not even reminding myself. I'm aware that everything for these next 2 or 3 days, it's about him. It's not about how I feel about people. It's not about how people feel about me. It's about him. So trying to step.
But I love that about kids. You know, the children that grow up that haven't been tainted of Santa Claus. Oh, I don't want to say it in case kids do listen to us or whatnot. But their belief in Santa Claus, their belief in Santa Claus. Hey, some do. Caden does. Shout out to Caden. I know. And little man wanted to join us today.
He's listens to the podcast.
No, he doesn't listen to the whole podcast, but he'll catch a glimpse because he heard that his mom was on the show last week, so he wanted to see his mom. You know how kids are. They're like, oh man, they're YouTube. Yeah. You know, like they're huge on the YouTube. Like, even you said your son thought it was cool that you're on YouTube.
Yeah, that's true. Hey, go ahead and share with your friends, Caden.
Yeah, Caden, he really wanted to be on the episode, and I was like, maybe another time, when everything kind of clears up with COVID or whatnot. But yeah, he got to see a glimpse of his mom. He's like, hey, why don't you tell him that we almost died on the snowboarding trip, which we did. Our car spun out.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that's crazy.
On the mountain?
Yeah, I'll get to that in a second. But yeah, so just to watch their belief in like Santa and how Santa works and Elf on the Shelf and whatnot. Like I watch my niece and my nephew. I know, but it's cool. It's cool how they interact with that. Like their belief, like the innocence is in it.
Yeah.
And so, but even the things that we teach children these days, we tend to forget as adults. It's like you tell them to work through adversity. You tell them to believe this and have certain beliefs, but we're complete opposite of that.
Yeah.
That goes back to the whole goals or resolutions of 2021 or any New Year's resolution. You hit a little bit of adversity and it's like, oh no, this ain't for me. How you know? You didn't even work through it. Chance, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Now you're just going back to the way you were, doing the same shit, expecting different results. Einstein said that was insanity.
Yeah, that's the definition of insanity. Yeah. Doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result.
Einstein was a fucking genius.
What about that one time you do get a different result from doing the same thing?
By luck?
Coincidence?
Coincidence? Oh, okay.
But what is coincidence? I've heard coincidence is God being anonymous.
Ooh. I've never heard that before. It's pretty cool.
Can God be anonymous?
If it's coincidence.
I don't know. I don't know. Hey man, this might be bad. So we're at the barber shop today, and I like to go like historical references. I'm not religious at all, but my son's around his like mom's family, and they're like religious. And he told the barber, "Yeah, Jesus was born on Christmas," and I was like, "No."
Yeah, it wasn't.
I don't know. Like, no, he's not, son. Like, I have such conflicting issues with some things that he says, and I'm like, I gotta explain this to you as your dad. And I know he's not picking up on it, like, right. He's listening, but he's not putting it in place yet because I feel like I'm obligated as a dad to look out for my son in every single fucking way possible.
Yeah.
And especially when it comes to things like that. And I tried to explain to him, like, remember, these are adults that have questions themselves that they probably haven't asked or are afraid to ask, that are giving you something that is supposed to be this grand, deluxe, end-all, be-all scheme to your life. You're 5. You're 5. So then I proceeded to explain to him the story of Noah's Ark. And he was like, yeah. I was like, the animals get on. And he was like, yeah. I was like, but if they don't tell you in children's church, everybody else died. And he got quiet. And I was just like, I can't. Am I wrong?
The Great Flood.
Am I wrong for that?
If you tell them the truth like that, then why don't you tell them the truth about Santa Claus?
For his imagination.
Why can't that be part of his imagination?
Because you don't apply Santa Claus to being like, if I don't believe in Santa, I'm gonna go to this place that's end all be all. Now he's like, Dad, I have a soul and a spirit, and I'm like, nah, Santa Claus doesn't apply to that. Okay. So like Santa Claus, Easter Bunny, that believing in
the fairy,
that's the reason why. That's the reason why. So I was just like, damn, am I wrong? I just like, it's cool. I want to hit people because I was mad as a kid. Like I didn't find out. Like the first time I found out there was another religion outside of Christianity, I was 10 going on 11, and that was when September 11th happened.
But there's so many different religions outside of Christianity.
I explained to him that too. And I said there's religions that are older. I was like, if you were born in the Eastern world, we might have been Muslim.
Yeah.
I was like, we could practice Buddhist principles. There's
Hinduism.
There's so many religions. Taoism, so many religions, son. Now just remember, I try to explain to him as a 5-year-old, keep your mind open. Just keep your mind open, because I feel like it's unfair to give somebody one thing, and then they hear something else, and you're like, wait, what the fuck? Because that jolts your whole world.
Yeah, and that's one of the things I dislike about the education system. And it comes down to certain teachers, you know, because and I have mad respect for teachers and professors, you know, but there are those that just aren't in it for the right reasons anymore, other than just a paycheck, you know, and I know teachers don't get paid enough. And we figured that out this year when parents are homeschooling. But that's a whole different conversation. It's just creativity gets destroyed so often. Because it's like, I remember posting something about blue elephants and purple trees and whatnot. And it's like, at what point did they tell us that's incorrect? And we went with it, you know? Like, so what? Let them paint the elephant purple if they want to. Like, it'd be cool to see a purple elephant, you know? That creativity, it's like, damn. I would love to see a purple elephant.
Yeah, that's some good ass weed. Yeah.
That ain't weed.
That's not weed, bro.
That's an hallucinogenic, straight up.
That's a little fungus you popping in your mouth.
You know what I'm saying? Going from right there. Hey, yo, spice up this holiday weekend. I just Googled Christmas sex songs, and there's some wild ass sex songs on there. Like Christmas.
What made you decide to Google sex songs?
I was like, you know, you want to give some people something to add to their playlist. You know, you like Christmas music. You still want to get it in. Say, like, you're in a relationship. You got to take care of the kids. You got 4 or 5 kids.
Oh, okay.
You got to get
Keith
the family.
Sweat doesn't do it no more?
You know, I mean, Keith Sweat's cool, but you know, you mean a little jingle to your bells. You know what I'm saying?
So there are Christmas sex songs?
Yeah, there's a list on here. Hipchristmas.com. Well, the one that they give was the Santa Baby by Eartha Kitt.
Santa Baby?
Yeah.
So if they're listening to us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, they can go ahead and just search.
It says the song is ostensibly just pillow talk between a promiscuous gold digger and her sugar daddy. If he comes through with the goods, furs, cars, jewelry, she'll let him hurry down the chimney tonight. I didn't even think about it like that.
Slide down that chimney.
You sure enough right.
Yeah.
Hey, yo, let's wrap this bad boy up, guys. Yo, we appreciate y'all coming in with us every week, man. We had some fun today, kicking it, man. We appreciate y'all every single week going to YouTube, going to Spotify, going to Apple, all the streaming platforms that we on. Keep hitting that like button. Keep hitting that subscribe button. Share us with your people, man. Every episode, we aim to get better and better and better. That's all I have to say. You got anything you want to add real quick?
Merry Christmas, all that stuff. Celebrate with your family, all right? Appreciate your family and friends and your support system.
Pete, close us out, baby.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, it's a holiday season. I know it's a time of joy and a time to be sharing with your friends and families and loved ones, but understand that not everybody gets to have that privilege. This may be a time that's really rough for a lot of families that may have recently lost somebody or perhaps lost somebody in the past, and this is a particular date that's rough for them because it comes around and they're reminded that they don't have that with that particular person anymore. Yeah. So I say that just to remind you that let's be kind, ladies and gentlemen. 2020 has been rough for a lot of people, if not everyone. So we do have a glimpse of hope. We look forward towards 2021. And if you do decide to make a New Year's resolution, remember, be consistent, stay true to yourself, keep the head up so the crown doesn't fall. And as always, remember, please be brave with your life. You hear my boy Joe, my boy Griff. My name is Peter. Shout out little man Caden. We'll see y'all soon.